What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and you can't make this stuff up. Absolutely incredible what's coming out over the weekend as we're hearing from Democrats that there's going to be another reconciliation bill coming here. Another one for provisions, for stimulus, for the climate, all of these things that they feel like they've missed out due to everything that's unfolded with Joe Manchin. You know, it looked like things were falling apart. Well, they're saying that this is unifying them to double down on another bill. That is right. Now, I'm going to get you all the details coming out over the weekend. What we have so far is this has just been announced. This is new information coming out about a new bill that they are going to be pushing for despite a lack of support from Joe Manchin. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, for those of you that have been following me here on the channel, you know we heard from Joe Manchin that he couldn't support the Build Back Better bill, the revised version, because of the inflation report that came out. And he said, I want you to give me another month. We're going to wait till August. When we get the July readings, then we're going to move forward. Now, we've heard President Joe Biden say, you know what, we're going to start readying for executive orders and executive actions because we can't wait that long. Now, also, we're hearing this from Democrats. Now, I'm going to read this segment, and then we're going to jump into the headlines and then dive into more detail. But just take a look at this part of the article that came out, you guys. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is advancing the skinny healthcare package that Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia offered as a concession. So they're saying, listen, Joe Manchin, whatever you're on board for, we're going to take it. We're going to pass it through. But the Democratic lawmakers asking themselves, is this it? They still aren't ready to throw in the towel over a climate deal with Joe Manchin. They are not done. They're saying we still have things that we want to get done. Now take a look. Several Senate Democrats, such as Senator Markey of Massachusetts, they're going to be pressing for a Hail Mary shot to secure the support of Manchin on another spending package after September. So they want to send out and allocate more money, more stimulus provisions for various things. They're going to see. Now, they can't get him on board for the Build Back Better bill. How are they going to do it for this? Well, we're going to be hearing the details of their strategic plan and how actually a lot of Democrats are asking that exact same question and losing the faith. Take a look. Beginning with the new federal fiscal year in October, Democrats, they can craft another reconciliation bill separate from the one that they aim to pass within the upcoming weeks, also capable of skirting the fierce GOP opposition and passing with only a simple majority vote. Democrats floated the maneuver last year when the final passage appeared achievable by the end of 2021. So you guys, they're saying that they're going to be doing this. Now take a look at the headlines. Build a better Joe Manchin, as we saw him say that he would not support all the provisions. Now, originally, recall, progressives, they wanted the Build Back Better bill to be $10 trillion, $6 trillion, $7 trillion. We had heard proposals for monthly reoccurring $2,000 stimulus checks, $1,000 stimulus checks, child tax credits, unemployment extension, Social Security increases, wiping out student loan debt. All of these had been proposed to be in this bill, all removed, and the provisions were getting smaller and smaller and smaller until now we pretty much just have one. And Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is saying, okay, we'll take it, pass it through, now get ready for another bill. And we're going to try to do this again with a totally new bill. Now, Senator Joe Manchin just said that he won't support the climate bill. This just coming out yesterday. Now we're going to be seeing if they're going to just pass through those drug prescription pricing provisions. We will see Manchin blocking radical transformation of U.S. needed to stop climate change. The board added that Manchin made a mockery of Biden's pledge to make America a leader on climate change. And take a look, you guys, though, some Democrats, they're going to be pushing for that Hail Mary attempt to win over Manchin on a climate deal after September. The odds, though, are stacked against them. And yes, how are they going to be doing it a month from now if they can't get him on board right now? What is going to be changing? Do they think they're going to be winning in the upcoming midterm elections and they're going to be able to take the power away from Joe Manchin? I'm not sure, you guys. And like I said, you can't make this stuff up. All of this is new information just coming out this weekend about another reconciliation bill on the horizon Democrats are planning to pass. Now, I'm going to dive into this article, give you the latest details as to what they're saying and how also there's members of Congress in the Democratic Party that are saying, I just don't think it's going to happen. We'll see, you guys. Now, we're hearing that there's stimulus checks on a federal level that are currently being proposed. If you missed my last video from yesterday, you might want to check it out. I give you all the latest details as they're saying with the way that things are going with the economy, a potential recession is on the horizon. It's very likely that checks could come out. However, could be a very sensitive topic, very difficult to get everybody on board with the way that inflation is going and concerns of sparking it even further. Now, there also is, though, $800 billion of unused stimulus package funds. That's right, money in those packages that has not been touched. It's just sitting there. And they're saying, well, the president, he could issue executive orders and actions to repurpose and reallocate those existing funds. He can't issue new funds. Congress holds the power of the purse, but he can take existing funds and send them out to the American people. Now, we will see. In addition to that, I let you know about state, city, and county checks. I have a comprehensive list of all the checks so you don't miss out on anything. And I'm going to be releasing it to everybody at the same time. There's so many requests for this county, this state. It's been quite the undertaking. We have spent hours and hours, days putting this together. Sometimes it takes hours just for one type of program because it is not user-friendly. I see why so many people don't know about this and are missing out. We have been pouring money into this project. I am getting tons of help right now to try to assemble this. But you guys be patient with me. The goal is to have it done before August. I want to get it out this month so you can have access to this and be able to get these provisions and get help. And I get people that message me saying that, oh man, I'm so glad that, I was able to find this, able to apply, able to get provisions and assistance. A lot of people don't know about these. So keep an eye out for that. And if you have not, add your email right now to www.reliefroadmap.com. I will put a link in the description of the video and I will pin a comment down below so you can go put it in if you haven't yet, and keep an eye out for that. Hopefully in the next week, I'm going to have everything ready for you guys so you can access this comprehensive list. And thank you for your patience. It's just been quite the undertaking. I didn't realize how much of a project this was going to be, but I want to make sure that everybody knows about this and doesn't miss out. So keep an eye out for that. But you guys, let's go ahead and dive into the latest news about another stimulus reconciliation bill that's going to be coming here. Now, before we do me a quick favor. If you appreciate the content, the updates, everything that we're providing here on this channel, if you could just smash that like button for me, helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not? Come join the Ram fam. All you got to do is very quickly hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, hop onto Instagram, shoot me a DM at SteveRam3. Consider joining the second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. And with that being said, you guys, let's dive into the details just coming out this weekend on another reconciliation bill that we're hearing about from Democrats in Congress. Let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, guys, so link in the description below to this Business Insider article that just came out. And as I mentioned, they want to get the bill done, but listen to this. A lot of Democrats are skeptical that anything's going to get passed. But other Democrats, they seem incredulous at the prospect of getting anything on the climate approved after a year-long wild goose chase that Manchin has led them on. So they had climate provisions, all of these stimulus provisions, everything that was in there, and it just got taken out. And they're saying to try to get anything done, they're just not hopeful after things have fallen apart with their initial attempt. Now, in the end, all of the procedural mayhem is poised to yield a healthcare bill that's a huge step down from their initial $3.5 trillion blueprint to reconfigure the American economy. So all of this was supposed to help out with our economy, you guys. Originally, we heard Bernie Sanders say 3.5 was cutting down in half what he wanted to see 6 trillion, 7 trillion. 3.5 was the blueprint. Then they had 2 trillion passed in the House, and now it was down to 1 trillion, and now it's just down to one provision, and they're saying, is that it? Is that all that's going to get done? Now listen to this. Do you think it's possible? They asked Senator John Tester of Montana, and he said, what's changed with the reconciliation bill or the next reconciliation bill? I think focus on this one, get this one done, get some healthcare and prescription drugs, then move on. Not sounding very optimistic at all. The Democrats are going to be able to get something through. Democratic aides granted anonymity to speak candidly also largely expressed skepticism. Listen to this. One described it as a pipe dream, saying they can't get it done. And the text says that this is because it's all coming down right now to Joe Manchin, who is not on board and has shocked many at the fact that he pulled out of these negotiations when those inflation readings came in this month. Now, Plenty of Democrats, though, listen to this. However, they say that they want to keep their options open and warn that failure would jeopardize the planet's future. With respect to a second reconciliation, it sounds like a big lift to me, but I'm open to everybody's ideas, said Senator Ron Wyden. The consequences of inaction are so great. I think all options ought to be on the table, said Senator Mark Warner of Virginia, as he told Insider. And the idea, when we've seen country after country in Europe with record high heat waves, and most of the center part of America with temperatures in excess of 100 degrees, I mean, some of these places are going to become uninhabitable. We've got to do something, they're saying. Now, it seems very unlikely to get done before the November elections, though, said Zach Moeller. It's whether or not there is a path and a desire to do it in this lame duck Congress, he said. Now, it would be an uphill lift effort, for sure, said John Lombard, the former Democratic aide to Senator Kyrsten Sinema. It would be a mistake always to assume that all 50 members of the Senate party are uniform in their thinking on this issue, even if they're all of the same party. We have now been reminded in a very clear way over the past 18 months that that is not the case. So they're saying just because you've got 50 senators and you got full control doesn't mean that they're all going to agree just because they're all a part of the Democratic Party. Now, the legislative to-do list is bound to get more packed after the midterm as well. So they're saying after the midterm elections, there's going to be a lot of things coming up. Congress will likely need to deal with the omnibus package to fund the federal government for another year, plus haggle over the range of expiring tax programs. Right now, the frenzied pace of activities doesn't make conditions ripe for the sprawling deal with someone who tends to switch up his economic demands, talking about Senator Joe Manchin. Now, one of the real problems here is that Senator Joe Manchin was not an honest broker, said Jim Manley. Now, he said he couldn't legislate his way out of a paper bag and felt absolutely no loyalty to the president or his party. Wow, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you feel like Joe Manchin is just being very considerate? There's inflation. He's worried about the overall state of our economy. Or do you feel like you agree with this statement and no, he has not been loyal to the president, his agenda, his party, and he's destroying all of these things? Keep in mind, had he been on board back when they initially released this, there would have already been child tax credits, stimulus checks, all the provisions that were included, free childcare, free college tuition. He has stopped all those with his concerns of the economy. Let me know your thoughts, you guys, but you can see they are planning to do another one. Some are skeptical. Some are saying they're on board. So that is the latest, you guys. And again, just absolutely incredible. Looks like they are trying to do this for another reconciliation bill to provide more stimulus provisions to help out with the economy, to help out with the climate. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think they're going to get this done? Now, if they do it, are they going to get it passed? And if they don't, is the president going to do executive orders and actions? Will that be the only way to get things done? And will all of this happen before these midterm elections? We heard in there was a member of Congress that said they thought it was going to be a heavy lift and highly unlikely. And one even called it a pipe dream. We will see, you guys. Now, whatever unfolds, like I said, I'll keep you up to date here on the channel. But that is the latest. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me this Sunday. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget to take a quick second, smash that like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. Leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not? Come join the Ram fam. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Consider joining the second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. And put your email in at www.reliefroadmap.com to get notified of the comprehensive list of all checks on all levels so you don't miss out on anything. But with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.